So hi guys, this is Animesh from TheCodeCon and I am back with another video. In this video, we will be making this website using HTML and CSS. And basically, this is a sign up page. Okay, so this will be a fully responsive build. Okay, so you can see the site is responsive. Okay, so what do you mean by responsive? That is, the site is visible for both desktops and mobile devices. Okay, so in today's world, every website needs to be responsive. So you can see it's also responsive. You can see this is the device, and it's also responsive for mobile devices, and also it is responsive for desktop devices. Okay, so we will be making this site. So for that, what we will do, we'll just minimize it and make a folder on our desktop. Okay, so let's give it a name of SignUp. Okay, let's give it a name of SignUp, and let's open it with Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is the design we will follow for reference. Okay, so there are some files will be needed. First, one HTML file, that is index.html, because we will be making it with HTML and CSS. I have already completed the HTML and CSS crash course in my channel, so you can see them and then come to this. And if you already know them, so this is a very beginners friendly guide, so you can start with how to implement HTML and CSS and to make real world web designs. Okay, so now this was style.css. okay, so now not like this, let me link a style.css to this HTML. So I will write link and go to this CSS. Okay, so there you can see, and default style.css name has been given. So I will just press Ctrl click and it will create a style file, and it also get linked, or you can see this the file appears here. Okay, so now what we want to do, we have to put it on live server. Okay, so for that we can right click on it and open it with live server. Okay, so you can see this is the completed page and this is the blank page, so we'll be making this. Okay, so for that what we want to do, first you can see there is the background. Okay, so background, to get this background, you can see there are some pictures in the background. Okay, so what we will do, we will first design the mobile design, that is this one. This is the mobile first, this is called a mobile first design. So first we design it for mobiles and then we make it responsive for both. Okay, so let's first make it for mobile, because mobile screen has different dimensions. Okay, so if we make it for mobile devices, we'll get different resolutions, and then we can easily shift it to desktop, because desktop has a fixed resolution, and many desktop has the same type of resolution. Okay, so it will not be a matter, because fitting things in a small screen is a big challenge. Okay, so for that we can just right click on it and go to inspect, that is the dev tools, and you can see that select a device. Okay, so I have selected the iPhone X, so like this we can make it responsive here. Okay, for that what you have to do, then we have to go to our code editor, and in this code editor what we can do, we will need some files. Okay, so what are those files? So let me copy those files, and the whole project will be shown to you. Okay, let's copy the whole project link will be there, so you can copy those images. Okay, let me copy this folder here. Okay, so I have copied the folder, one images folder, and I will open right click on here and reveal in file explorer. Okay, you can see if I reveal, it got revealed here. Okay, so now what I can do, I can just paste it here. Okay, if I paste it, you can see it appears here. So just I will close this. So after closing this, what I want to do, you can see inside this I got some pictures. So this is the background of the mobile, this is the transparent background, and this is for the desktop. Okay, so first we are using the mobile friendly design. So for that, let me first give the heading, that is h1, that is this one. Okay, let's go to that page, that is this one heading. Okay, so let's copy this only. So how can I copy? You can see down here the dev tools is showing. You can also change its position like to right. Okay, so if you do it right, so it will got into right. So you can select this inspect element and you can inspect anything on the page. Okay, so you can see this showing the properties of this. So I will copy the text. Okay, you can also see the whole HTML code is showing here. So I will copy the text only. So I don't want to waste my time and yours too. So let's go here in my code and paste it. Okay, so if we go back to that page and you can see this appears, learn to code by watching others. Okay, so you can put it side by side. Okay, put it like this and you can make it like this and you can code side by side. Okay, so let's code side by side. You can see this also. Two images. Okay, you can see this also and this too. Okay. So let's make it down so you can see it clearly. Okay, so let's make it down. Okay, now you can see both of this. Okay, also you can change the title from here. Inside this title, let's give it a name of SignUp page. Okay, so you can see the title has been changed. So now what I have to do, I have to apply the basic styling first. So for that I will apply start and do. You can see there are some padding and margin in there. So I will remove the default padding 0 and margin 0. Also you can write 0 px also. Okay, and 0 and box sizing, box sizing border box. So what are these? So padding 0, the start is it's selecting all the elements. Okay, so we are selecting all the elements and removing the default padding and margin of that element. And what is box sizing border box, I have already discussed in my course, and let me give it an overview. It contains the within the size, it contains the padding and margin. Okay, so that's about it. It's the default styling you will see in every web page. Okay, so then what you want to do, also want to apply a default font. You can see one font I have used in this whole page, that is Poppins. So how will you will get that font? Let's make it some bigger and go to fonts.google.com. okay, so fonts.google.com, you have to search for Poppins. You can select any font. For this project I have used the Poppin fonts. So for that I will select a regular, okay, and a bold. Okay, one regular and bold will be enough, I think. Okay, bold. Okay, then after selecting those and regular and a bold, you can see you have to go to import and copy this thing inside the style. And now what you want to just minimize it like before. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, so now we can close this and let's put that link at the top of the window. So now we can use its font family. What is this font family is? So its font family is Poppins. Okay, so we can just copy that and paste it here. The font family is Poppins sans serif. Okay, so why Poppins and sans serif? If the font is not available or the link got broken, okay, something like that, so the default sans serif fonts will be applied. Okay, so in this sans serif has been available in every system, so sans serif will be applied. So the next what to do, another thing to make the font smooth, there is one thing we can apply, that is WebKit font smoothing, double O, it will be double O, double O, smoothing anti-alias. Okay. Anti-aliasing. erased ACD. Okay. So this will make the font smoother. Okay, so this was the default CSS. So now we have to apply the background. So for that, what we want to do, we have to apply the background first. So for that we have to select the body, because inside the body there is the h1. Okay, the body is the whole white space. So let's select the body. Okay, after selecting the body we have to write background image. Okay, so after writing background image you have to give an URL, and within this bracket you can give two braces, and inside that braces you can put the path of the image. So I have the image in the image folder, background intro desktop. Okay, so you can just do that // to get into that image folder and then select the Biju intro desktop. Okay, so this feature is only available in VS Code. Okay, so you can easily select it, you don't have to type it. Okay, so this has applied the background, but you cannot see that background right now because this background is very much light. Okay, so what I have to do, it is background color. We will give it a color of the color I have already special color code, that is HSL. HSL is also a color code. Okay, so you can also hover over here and change the color. Okay, so you can copy this code color here, or also you can apply your own color by just, if you don't want this, cut it and put an #FFF. Okay, a hexadecimal color value, and also you can adjust your own red color, own type of red color. Okay, you can see it's also look the same. Okay, so I will use that color only. Okay, our color has been applied. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to put that text also. So I will copy that. So I will copy that text and paste it here. So for that is a paragraph ID. I will put a p tag. Okay, and I have the text here, and I will copy this and paste it here. Okay, so the text has been copied, so you can see it appears here. Now what else is there? This has been there. This is the box, so you can see this is a div. Okay, let's see, this is a box, so we will take a div and also take this div. Okay, so this is a form, and this is a div. Okay, so we have to put first and the both we will wrap inside a div. So this is the div, one div will contain these two, and one div, whole div, this contain these two. So we have to make, let's not use div first, to declare the whole area. Okay, to declare the whole area we will use a main. Okay, main is a semantic tag. Okay, so it's contain the whole. So also you can use div here, and inside this main we will use two sections. Okay, so it's section and section. So you can see there is one section and there is one section. Okay, and now what you want to do, we want to put as I have told, I will make this one section and this one section. Okay, so this one section I will put all the text inside this section. I will cut it from here and paste it here. Okay, paste it here, and that's it. You can see nothing changes. Okay, because div doesn't change anything, because it is like a box, it contains everything. Okay, so we can apply style to it to change its properties. And also in the next section we will put these two. Okay, so for that we can take two div. Okay, one div is for that discount section, and another div is for that form. Okay, so we can use class names. Okay, so here you can give a class name of class description. Okay, you can give a class name of description. Okay, S is missing, description. And also you can give, this is a class of class, let's give it a class of SignUp. Okay, so this is a main SignUp thing, so SignUp. And you can also give this to a class. Okay, so inside this what will be there, there will be a p tag. Okay, inside that p tag there will be the text. Okay, So let me paste the text here. Okay, we'll just copy the text and paste it here. So you can see, okay, this is the text. Okay, so the text also appeared here. And now what we want to do, now inside this div we can also give as a class name to access this to our CSS. The class name, what we can give it, let's give it discount. Okay, because it is offering us discount, so we'll give it a class name of discount. So meaningful class names helped a lot. Sorry, it's opened. So in this div, now what we want to do, we want to apply the form. Okay, which form? This form right here. Okay, so this has 4 fields: first name, last name, email address, password. Okay, so we can give, what we can give, give instead of div also we can use a form here. Okay, so if we use a div, we have to use different stylings here. Okay, so we can also directly use a form here. Okay, form tag, because all the things will be wrapped inside a form, so we can use a form tag. Okay, form. So ignore this action is not required because we are simply designing it. Okay, so inside this form we'll use input, 4 inputs. Okay, so first input name will be, I have just copied it with control shift alt and down arrow. It will be copied. Okay, you can see this will be copied. So we need 4, and now in this in all of this we need a placeholder. As you can see, it all has first name, last name is inside these boxes, so we can use a placeholder. So how we can use it? We can apply it here. Just press the alt and select all the lines and give a placeholder. So you can see VS Code is very much useful. Let's give it a first name to all and then change. I will change it. Okay, so you can see all got first name, and let's change it to last name, LST, and let's change it to not name, that is email address. That is, let's give it email, and last is password. Okay, password. You can see this is the password. Okay, so also we need a button, so we will use a button tag. So if you don't know these things, you can check out my crash courses on HTML and CSS. I have already uploaded them. You can definitely check them out. Okay, so this is the text of the, what is this? This is the text of the button. You can see this button also appeared, and also one thing has been there. You can see it's very small. By clicking this button, you are agreeing all the terms and conditions. So these are the terms and condition. Also we will put it inside it. Okay, let's put it inside it only, and let's copy the text. I will not be writing the whole text. So okay, copy it and let's paste the text. And also you can see there is a span terms and services. Why I applied the terms and services inside a span tag? Because you can see here the one thing is red. Okay, so how we can select this thing to apply color? Okay, so for that only we have used the span to select this particular text. Okay, so everything has been applied. The HTML code is ready. So now we can jump over to the style. Okay, so body and the background style has been applied. So now what style is remaining? Let's see. Okay, so now I will apply the style to the main. So let's see what's the main. Main is the, inside this main, these 2 sections are wrapped. Okay, so we can apply style. So in my advanced CSS course I have told you about flex. Okay, so if I apply display flex, okay, so display flex, you can see the container, this is one container and this is one section. Okay, sorry, section, this is one section and this is one section. You can see it got into side by side. So by default flex performs row operations. Okay, so we have to change its direction, flex direction to column. Okay, so you can see it's got into column, this one section, this one section. Okay, so now what do we want? we want the height, okay, height to be 100 vh, view width. So that view width means the width, view height, sorry, the view height. 100 vh means view height, that the height we are seeing, okay. So we will take the full height. So height equals to 100 vh, okay. It takes the full height, okay. So what's the use of that? We can use this let's say this 30%, and the rest of the thing, as you can see, it's occupying the 30% of the space and rest of the occupying a 70%, like that, okay. So we can do that using this flex, okay. So now what you can do, you can just write justify content space evenly, okay. You can do space evenly, okay. So you can see it has been spaced evenly. So this section and this section has been spaced evenly. So there is also space, there is also space, there is also space, okay. So now what we can do, first let's style this this part, and then we will style this part, okay. So as per this, there is white color, okay. So let's apply that. Let's first select that. So for that, selecting that, what you have to do, you have to select this class, okay. This is a description, class description, okay. So we can simply do that is always copy the classes, okay, because if you don't write it yourself, there may be some typing error, and then you cannot find the where is the error, okay. So copy it will be very much helpful, okay. Copy it and paste it and put a dot, because this is a class. To select a class, we have to use a dot operator, and then inside this description we'll use the display flex, okay. Display flex you can use, and let's first give it a height, okay. Let's first give it a height, and height of, let's give it a 30%. So it will occupy the 30% space. And what is this section? This section is sign up, okay. So in this, let's also copy this one, this sign up class, okay. So this is a good practice to copy the classes and paste it here, because there will be no grammatical error, okay, or no spelling error. So height will be, not for this is a common thing if you are using complex class name, okay. So for that, so here it will use the 70% of the height. So you can see it is occupying the 30% and it is occupying the 70%, okay. So that which we have done here. So let's do something. Let's have to make it center now. So for that, what you can do, we can we have to select this, the H1. This is the, you have to style this. So first it's the H1 and then it's the P, okay. So I have to select the H1. So for that we have to do dot description and then the H1. That is the inside the description, the H1. You can see inside this section of description class, there is H1. So we are selecting that and applying style to it. So what style we can apply? We can apply the width of 80%, okay. Width means the, we can horizontal length, okay, horizontal length. So 80%, so it will take the 80%, okay. But you can see still it is on right side, left side. So also you can do text align center, okay. Here in the main, if you do text align center, so every text will be in center, okay, like this. So but it is sent in center, but you can see that if we don't apply 80% height, it will be like this, but we want it in 2 lines, okay. So we have to apply width. So if its width gets lower, then the text will be shrinked, okay. So it got shrink, but it's still not in middle. So what you can do, you can apply auto padding to both the left and right. So for that, what you can do, auto margin, sorry. So you can say margin 0, margin 0 auto. So what does it mean? That 0 means top and bottom is 0 and left and right is auto, okay. So this is the thing. And also what you can do, instead of doing 0, you can give it a 10 pixels, okay. So you can see there are some spacing from like this, from over and down, okay. So also you can make it 20 pixels, okay. So you can see there's more spacing. Also the same thing you can do for if we copy it down, okay, so same thing we have to do with this P, okay, because same type of styling is also there in P, okay, so we can also do it for that also. So we can just change the part H1 to P, because the P is also inside the description, because you can see the section of class description is the P is inside it, okay, so you are selecting this P. So also it has been applied, style has been applied to it. Also you can do it 90%, okay, so you can see 90% is fine, okay. And the spacing is also fine, okay, margin top bottom 20 pixels and left right is auto, that is top bottom 20 pixels spacing from outside of the box, and left right is automatic, it is detecting the space, okay. So let's now it's the styling has been done, and one thing also we have to do, that is color, okay, so color will be hash FFF, that is white, hash FFF, that is white, okay, so you can see the color has been applied to white. Let's jump over to the next section, that is this section. So for that you can see the sign up has already been selected and given the height of 70%. You can see here the sign up has been selected, you can see the sign up has been selected, okay, so there is two divs, okay, so for making them flex, we can apply flex to them and put a justify content display flex, and we can do flex direction, because it by default is row, we can make it column, flex direction column, you can see it is now in column. And what else we can do, we can do justify content space evenly, okay, so this thing we can do, you can see there is spacing, it will get automatically spaced, okay. So now what we will do, we will apply style to this, okay, so let's style to this. So what is this, you can go and see, this is a discount, okay, so you can just go to inside sign up is the discount dot discount, sorry, discount, okay. So let me see, this is the discount, let me copy it, okay, so if there is a grammatical error, it will be over. So I have copied, so I will give it a back, so I will style the div. So for that we can give a background color of like violet, like this color, okay, I have already used in my this project, this is, so you can see this color. And also this is the background color, if we want to change the text color, so you have to use COLOR, not COLOUR, okay, that is hash FFF, it is a white color, you can see it has been applied. And also we have applied the align center here, okay, so align item center, that is it's everything inside this div getting into centered, okay, not align to the left. If we do it align item left, okay, okay, you can see not left, flex start, okay, flex start, if you do flex start it will in the left, okay, and if we do flex center it will in the right, okay. So we are doing into the center, so it is center. So I will also be making a separate video about discussing full about flexbox, and also CSS grid also is there, I will be discussing more about that. And now what you have to do, if I give a padding, okay, padding of 1 rem is just a value like px, okay, so if you apply 10 px over here, okay, this is very much similar to 1 rem, okay, so I will also be making a video about discussing about rems and all of that, okay. So now what you want to do, you want to make the border, okay, the border radius 5 pixels, okay. Also what you can do, let's make it to 10 pixels, okay, so it makes the sides, the borders curved, okay, the border radius is 10 pixels we have applied, okay. So now also if you see here there is some shadow over here, so I can also apply some shadow, but before that you can see, and here the text appears in 2 lines, but here appears in 1 line. So to make it 1 line, we have done that. To make this one also 2-liner, we have reduced its width, okay, so let's reduce its width to 90%. Okay, so this is reducing the width of the what? This is reducing the width of the div. Okay, the div that is name is discount. Okay, so we have reduced the width. And also what you can do, you can see still it is not much like this, so we can do one thing, sign up dot discount. Okay, inside the discount you have that p. Okay, so you can also reduce the size of that p. You can see to select the p inside it, you are using this greater than sign. You can also omit it, it will also still be using it, but we are using it. If you don't put it, it also be working, it also will be working. So for that, let's give it a width of 70%. so it will, I think if we give it a 70%, it will be a on two liner, but still it is getting space, getting in, aligned to right, because its size has become smaller. So to make it center, you have to give padding to the both side. Okay, so you can also do one thing, that is margin 0, like that only, 0 auto. Okay, so we are giving automatic padding margin to left and right side, and 0 to top and bottom. Okay, so you're not giving any margin to top and bottom, only we are giving margin to left and right, that is the automatic value. Okay, so now what you can do, we have to style this one. So you can see it's looking pretty much like this, but you can see there are some shadows, but it doesn't have that shadow, so you can apply that shadow by using box shadow. Okay, so where do we have to apply? In this div, so box shadow. So let's apply the div for to px, and then the color. Okay, so I have already selected a adjusted color. Okay, so how you can adjust your own color, just paste it. Okay, so you can select any color. Okay, so you can, if you select a color like the red, okay, or you have select a color gray. Okay, and now you can see the color will appear here, but you have to change the position, its position. This is the spreading value, how much it spreads, and this is the y-axis value, and the x-axis value. We want -3 from the x-axis because we want it to the this side, and from down to down we want 6 pixels. Okay, you can see down it is 6 pixels, but it is not visible. Okay, so you can change, you can hover over here and change the value of the color. You can see now it is visible. Okay, so like this you can select your own type of color and apply it. Okay, so let's keep it this only. And now what we can do, that is looking like this only. And now we have to style this form tag. To select this form tag, what you can do, that is dot sign up. Okay, because the form is inside this sign up, so you can directly, there is one form only, so you can directly select the form. Okay, so sign up, then inside the sign up we are selecting the form. Okay, so inside this form what you can do, that is you have to apply flex, display flex. Okay, so display flex, and inside this display flex you can see everything has shattered in row. Okay, so we have to change this direction to flex direction column. Okay, so if you do column, you can see that all appeared in a column. Okay, so now what you can do, we can apply it a item, apply it a justify content space evenly. Okay, so there should be like this, there are spacings, there should be also be spacing, but spacing is not applying here. Why it's not applying? Because we doesn't have applied any height. To apply this spacing evenly, we have to apply specific height to that form. Okay, specific height to this form. So let's give it a height of, let's give it a height of 80%. Okay, So this is looking like this only. Okay, so it is much more, I think. So that's not a big deal. Then what we want to do, then we want to less the width. Okay, so also apply it a width. Let's apply the width like this. It has the 90% width. Also we will apply this width to 90%. Okay, so how it's automatically changing, I am not also saving this. Okay, so you can see in the VS Code, you have, if you apply this auto save option, it's automatically got saved, and because we are using that live server, okay, so it's automatically got updated. Okay, so now we have applied the style to the form, then now we have to apply to the input tags. Okay, input tags. Okay, so then what we want to do, dot sign up, and in this input tag, and we have to select in the form, and inside the form we have to select the input comma button. So if you want to select multiple tags inside a element, so use comma. Okay, so input, we have to select that input and also that button. Okay, so you can see there is inputs and button. Okay, so we have selected both of them, and now what you can do, you can apply style to them. You can apply padding, because you can see here its spacings are very well inside that, but here it's not like that. Okay, so you have to give spacing inside, you have to give padding, and let's give a padding of 10 pixels. Okay, so why it is not applying? Okay, the spelling is wrong, FORM. Okay, so now you can see it's applied. Okay, so you can see there are borders. Okay, default border, so we will not want this default border, so we'll do border style none. You can see border style, and we will do it to none. Okay, so you can see all the border styling has been gone. We will apply our own border. Okay, so what is the border that we can apply? So let's apply it a border of 0.2, slightly visible border, solid, and then give it a color of gray. Okay, but still it is visible very much, so let's edit it. Let's do like this, let's do it like this. Okay, now it is looking nice. And also we can use a border radius to make rounded corners, and we give it a 5 pixel, and you can see it's all become rounded corners. Okay, so now we can see the button is also being styled to that, but in this button you can see we have also some other styling, that is color. But if we apply that styling here, that styling will also be applied to the input tags. Okay, so for that we have to apply it separately. Then we will select this sign up form, and then the button inside it again. Okay, again I have misspelled it. Okay, so let's give it the styling to the button. Okay, so the styling should be like that, should be like let's give it styling of green color. Okay, so the color I already have the color. Well, I think background color, that is HSL, this color. Okay, you can put your own color, and also you can see here I have in capital and also in white and also the bold. Okay, so you must be thinking we have to change it from this index.html, but no, using CSS we can do everything. We can also change its text formation. Okay, so you can apply text transform, and we can put it to uppercase. Okay, so you can see it's get into uppercase, but it is very small, so we have to do it bold. So to get it bold, we have to apply font weight. Okay, so not font family, font weight. Okay, so then we have to use the bold. Okay, so you can see it got into bold. And now what else we can do, that is bold now, and we can change its color, COLR, and to #FFF, that is white, and you can see everything is very close. Okay, so that cannot be read well. So we can also give space between the letters, so letter spacing. If we do letter spacing, and let's make it 1 pixels, okay, or 1.5 pixels. Okay, so you can see there are some spacing between them. Okay, so now it's look nice, and also we can give it a border like this. You can see this have some blackish border, so we can give this a blackish border. So for that we can give border, and then the size of the border maybe 4 pixels. Okay, and then solid. Okay, then solid, you can see it is appearing in white, but we will change it to black. Okay, you can see it's black border, but we will customize it. Let's make it color little like this. Oh, it's gone, sorry, like this. And if you put it down, it's the transparency. You can see, you can also set the transparency. Okay, so you can see the black a little bit, so let's make it darker so it can be seen. Okay, so it's still visible, I think. Okay, now I think it's completed. And also you can see one thing, that its background is also white, but here our background is not white. So why we have to apply the background in the form? Because inside this form all this input tag has been there, so the background should be the, you have to change the background of the form. So inside here already you have selected the form, so let's change its background color to white smoke. Okay, white smoke. So it is the background, but you can see here is the background is little nicer, but here is not. So what we have to do for that? So for that, what we can do, we can apply margin. Okay, we can apply margin, and we can also make it height little smaller, let it 70%. Okay, so it looks nice, and then we can apply it a margin. Okay, so margin of 1 rem. No, here we cannot apply the margin, because if we apply margin here, the margin will be outside it, so we want margin inside it. Okay, so for to get the margin inside it, where we have to apply the margin? Okay, so here in the button, I think in the button we have to apply the margin. Okay, so let's give the input a width. Okay, this input, let's make it width a smaller. Okay, let's make it to 90%. So you can see it's got smaller. And also what we can do to make it center, we can do border, not margin, top bottom, let's give it 1 rem, and auto to left and right. Okay, so you can see left and right is auto. And to give pad, and also we can give here padding. Okay, in the form, if you give padding, this is the form, there is a white area. We give padding of 10 pixels here, you can see it will push it inside. Okay, push the things inside. So space, let's make it not space evenly, let's make it space around. Okay, so it's looking nice. And we can also make it little smaller, 0.5 rem, I think, and it is looking nice. Okay, so we have less the margin we have applied to that input, then the margin always applied outside the box. Okay, so we have left it to 0.5 rem, and it's looking nice. Because, but one thing, it's rounded, but it's still not rounded. So let's go to that form and do that border radius 10 pixels. Okay, so if you do 10 pixels, you can see it's got into rounded. Okay, so now what we can do, I can edit this. So to edit this, what we have to do, this is the sign up, where, because inside this sign up, this is the second section of the main. Okay, inside this sign up we have the form, and inside this form we have this P. Okay, so inside this sign up we have the form, and inside the form we have the P. So we have to select the P tag, and we have to apply the font size, because its font size is very bigger, to make it 12 pixels. Okay, so it's now looking nice. And also we have to make its width to 90%. Okay. So it's gives spacing both side, and also to make it center we can use margin 0 auto. Okay, so that is top bottom 0 and left right auto. So it's got into center, and inside this P we have another thing, that is span tag. Inside this P, that is the nested tags. Okay, so inside this P we have this span tag, so we can apply style to it. Like then we have to select sign up. Inside sign up we have form, inside form we have P, and inside P we have span. Okay. So this is how we select it. And now to give it a color, let's give it a color of red. Okay, you can see it's got into red. Okay, I think this is looking same to same like this only. Okay, so now what you have to do, have to just make it full screen. Let's make it full screen and cross this out. You can see in full screen it is not looking well. Okay, and in mobile it is looking so beautiful. Okay, so let's make it beautiful in but if we do this full screen, you can see it's looking very nice and well arranged, but here it is not. So we have to make it beautiful too. So let's go to our code editor and make it full screen. So now what we have to do, we have to apply style for this sizing. Okay, so in my advanced CSS course I have taught you about media queries. Okay, so in media queries we can apply styles for different resolutions. Okay, so this is a big resolution, so we can apply resolution separate style for these resolutions. Okay, so but if you can see it will be very much easy if you do mobile first for. So let me see. So we have to just apply couple of styles and it will look like this only. Okay, let's apply the styles. So for that we have to go to the down and apply a media at the rate of media screen, and then inside this bracket, okay, we have to use min width. That is the minimum width should be 786. Okay, 786 pixels. So the minimum width should be 786 pixels. If the minimum width is 786 pixels, then apply styles. Okay, so if the minimum width is 76, so this is obviously larger than 786 pixels. Okay, because in mobile you can see, inspect here, you can see the size is 75. Okay, so the obviously the this size will be greater than 786. Okay, so if it is greater than, then we can apply style. Okay, so first style what we have to do, we want to bring this section over here and bring this over here. Okay, we want left right. Okay, so for that we can apply the main. Okay, to the main, because we have both the sections, this section and this section inside this main. Okay, so to what we can do, display flex here. Display flex is already been applied in here. You can see the style has also already been applied here, so we don't have to apply display flex. We want to change the flex direction to row. Okay, because here it was column, because we are writing first styles from mobile screen, so here it was column, so we have make it here it was row. So you can see it has changed. Okay, so now what we can do, we can give it a width, not width, give it a height. Okay, height of 100 vh, sorry, not 200, let's give it 100 vh. Okay, so now it's taking the whole width. Now what we want to do, make it center. So for making it center, we can do align items center. Okay, so it will be in center. I think height we have already applied previously only here. Okay, we have applied here, so we don't have to apply it here. Okay, because the terms are same. We just want to change the things which were changed there. Okay. Also we have to change the background, because we can see the background is not for mobile. Okay. So let's see what we have applied here. Where is the image? Oh, image should be here. Okay. Sorry, It should be here, because here we have to apply the mobile version. I have applied the version here. So in this mobile it's look like this. Okay, and now in desktop we have to apply the different background. So to apply a background, what you can do, just go to the body and applying the background to the body. So for that I can do background, not background color, background image should be like URL, and inside this URL, what happened, why this is not working? Okay. So for that, first we have to select the body, and inside that body you have to change the background image, and the background image should be enclosed inside this URL tag, and in this URL tag we can just do / to go to this image folder, because it is in the same hierarchy. Okay, so let's go to the / images again, let's apply, and then we have to select the desktop version. Okay, if you apply the desktop version, you can see it's the images for desktop version. Now if you can see in this, it is left aligned and the text is much bigger. Okay, so let's make it that. Okay, so let's apply different sizing. So for that, for the mobile design, let's give, you can see the mobile design, there is 30% and 70%, but here it is looking not nice, it's not looking nice. Okay, because we have changed the direction, it got into 70%, and it got into 30%. Okay, so what we can do, we can just go here and select this section, because this section we have to 50, let's make it 50%, and also this is 50%. Okay, let's make both 50%. So what is the name of that section? That is the description, the class name description. So dot description. Okay, because if you use that class name once, it will already appear. This is a VS Code feature. Okay, so let's make its width to 50%. Okay, so if we apply that, you can see it's applied to 50%, and it is not looking not nicer. And also we can apply 50% to that dot description, and that is a sign up section. Okay, and we can use the width to 50%. So you can see this is 50%, this is 50%, but if I close this one, okay, this is very much bigger. Okay, so let's make it much smaller, some smaller. Let's make it 40%. I think that will be nice. Okay, 40%, I think 40% is nice. Okay, so now let's also make it 40%. Let's make it 40% only. Let's make both of them 40%. Okay, okay, and now let's make it larger, this text larger. Okay, here it is, the text is larger, so let's make this larger. So for that, what you can do, here you can see we have selected that's H1, description H1, because here we have the description of H1. Okay, so we can apply this H1 H1 margin was auto, so we can apply a margin of 20 pixels. Let's apply here inside this description. It's a dot description of H1. We want to apply the, let's apply a font size. Okay, let's apply a font size of 40 pixels. Okay. So you can see it's much bigger. Okay, and now let's apply a margin. Okay, so that was the auto left or right, but we want it to left, so let's make the margin top bottom 10 pixels. Okay, let's make it top button 10 pixels and right 30 pixels. Okay, and also what you can do here in this description, text align, that was center, and we can do it to left, text align of this description. So inside the description, all the text will be aligned to left. Okay, so you can see it got aligned into left. Okay, So now what we can do, also we can increase it more, like 50 pixels. Okay, so it will be more larger, but I think 40 pixel was enough. Okay, and now we can see also we can apply this to this, and just to copy down, because both was inside description. Just you have to change the tag name, that is P. The P should be like this, and the font size should be not that bigger. It's 20. Yes, so let's 20 is fine. I think yes, 20 is fine. Let's make it 50. Okay, it's looking nice. Okay, so I think it's looking nice, but there is more spacing. Okay, the width should be more. I think the width we can give here, that is the inside the font. You can see if you go in this one, you can see the spacing is much lesser, and here the spacing is much higher. Okay, so you have to increase the width of the. So for that you have to do the sign up. Inside this sign up we have the form. Okay, inside the form we have the input and the button. Okay, and inside that what we can do, selecting the input and the button, and what we can do, we can apply the width of 95%. Okay, you can see now it is looking nice. Okay, and also we can give more margin to top and bottom. So here in the form, sign up form dot sign up, in form we can give a margin. In the top we can give 1 rem, and left right 0 pixels, or let's put it 0. So you can see it's applying, it will be applied here. No padding. If we apply margin, the margin will be applied in top of it. Okay, so we have to apply padding here. So apply this inside it, 1 rem and 0. You can see now it is inside this. Okay, not put it 0, let's put it 5 pixels. Okay, now it is looking not nicer. Let's also put some margin top of 1 rem. Okay, so there is some spacing also. And also we can put some space over here, like also we can make its height little larger. Before the form height, what was the form height? Here was the form, the height was 70%. Okay, let's make the height to 80%, because this is a desktop version, so we can make it bigger. You can see it's now bigger. Okay, and what we can do, that is also we can make the height of the whole sign up page bigger. Okay, height of the sign up section. This is the sign up section now. This is the sign up section, so we can make its height bigger. Height maybe let's keep it to 60%. Okay, so it's getting smaller, so it's 80%. The 80% is bigger, much bigger. 70% will be fine, I think. Okay, 70% is fine. Okay, it's looking very nice, I think, according to me. So tell me your views about it inside this comment section. And also what you can do more here, you can also do this, like inside this sign up, if we applied here in this sign up, you can see we have applied the flex. Okay, so space around was there. Okay, so let's give it a flex, not flex, that is justify content. So it will justify the content, justify content space evenly. Okay, if we give space evenly, I think the spacing will be there, but it's looking nice. That's a big deal. But here we have the word shadow, but here we don't have that. So we can apply shadow to that, and also we can increase the margin over. Okay. Oh, no, we don't want to increase the padding, we want to increase the margin. Okay, so it gets down. Let's make it 3, it will get more down. Okay, it's looking nice. Okay. Also, what you can do that make the this is the form. Okay, so we can change the form height to 90%, so it will make it bigger. Okay. Also, we can change the description sign up section height to 80% also, make it or more bigger, so you can see more spacing is there, it's looking more nice. So like this way you can adjust it on your own. I have just told you how to customize it. Okay, so you can customize it using according to your liking. Okay. And what is the rest of the thing is okay, the box shadow. Okay, so here in this discount section, I think in this discount section was the border. So it border will be same for the mobile and the desktop thing. So let's copy this border box shadow, and where we have to apply in this form. So where we have selected the form, so here is the sign up form, and let's apply it here. Okay, so you can see also it is applied here. So now like this you can do this.
So if you like the video, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, The Code Con. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram account where I post daily quizzes about this web development topics. I used to share web development posts about related technologies. So you can check it out and be a part of our family. So until next time, this is Anime signing off. See you in the next video.